Good evening and welcome to CSL Dallas Sunday Evening Online Meditation, Mindfulness, and Manifestation. I'm Bobby and I'll be the moderator. Dr. Petra Weldes, CSL Dallas Senior Minister, Spiritual Director, will lead us in a meditation and then provide some words of wisdom for our edification. I will then open the chat for questions and sharing. You can raise your hand or put your question comment in the chat and I will read it into the room. Welcome and thank you, Dr. Petra.
Yay. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome to all of you who are joining us for our beginning of a Sunday night meditation. I see that there are still people being let in on the waiting room. And so for those of you who are just joining, thank you for joining us. So we'll be having a meditation, and if we have some time, we'll have some conversations. You'll have an opportunity. Bobby will help you come in. But I thought today, to get us started, that we would do meditation for peace. Peace on the planet, peace in our nation, peace in our own hearts. It seems like it's needed in so many ways and places, from certainly Israel and Gaza, the Ukraine and Russia, places Syria and Sudan, and in our own backyard. There are so many places that seem to be at war, people at war with each other. And there is something that we can do in our meditation, which is not only for our own spiritual growth, our own spiritual peace, our own spiritual contemplation, but we can absolutely join together in consciousness, which is why we do group meditation. So even though we're online together, we're still doing a group meditation. And Lynn Twist and all of her intention experiments have proven over the many years that this consciousness work really does make a difference, and it really allows us to come together in a group. So today's meditation is specifically to have an intentional peace meditation. So I'm going to guide it. I'm going to invite us to go within. I'm going to give some direction. There'll be some opportunity for you to do some quiet work for yourself, and then we'll come back together again. So this is an opportunity for us to not only settle into our peace for the world. We'll begin by settling in to peace within ourselves. So I just invite you to begin with me. I invite you to begin by closing your eyes if you choose, and taking a deep breath. Settling into that still and quiet place. Just allowing ourselves to breathe into the beauty of life, the beauty of the breath, the beauty of the stillness of a quiet lake. Remembering that Ralph Waldo Emerson reminds us it is only the finite that is wrought and suffered. The infinite lies stretched in smiling repose. And so we breathe into that infinite space, that infinite place. We breathe into that infinite reality, which is behind, beneath, around, and through all of creation, so much more than creation itself. And it lies in smiling repose. And this very life, this very infinite reality, actually the truth of our own being. It is the heartbeat of the universe. At the center of all of creation. So let us take just a moment or two to breathe into the infinite within our own cells, that which beats our heart, breathes our lungs, in our brains and in our emotions. You might call it life itself. That deep infinite reality, which is both so transcendent and mysterious, is right where we are. And I invite us now to imagine that it is a swirling golden light that rests gently in the heart, the center of the chest. With every breath, that golden light pulsates, gently swirling. As the very life force of love and presence. That same beautiful light at the center of every cell of our bodies. The same life. And I invite you to begin to imagine with me that those people that are closest to you, friends and family, they too sense and feel that beautiful swirling light within them, within every cell of their body. This is the infinite made visible to our mind's eye, the indwelling presence. So as we continue to breathe, continuing to feel and sense that beautiful light, feel the calm and the peace. In this moment, nothing is needed. Until we feel that our own finite continually settles in. less anxious, less afraid, less doubtful, less stressed, and more at peace. Recognizing that each and every person, all beings everywhere, have this same infinite light within. Let's begin to imagine pouring this light out, meeting the lights, all the people involved in any situation that you are particularly aware of, any place where there is war, violence, discord, all the outpicturings of fear and anger. There too, each and every person, each and every being has the same core of light. So our light calls to the light of the beings and the people in the area or in the situations that you are particularly aware of. Call to the light. Feel your light flowing out and mingling with the light of all your family and friends, all of those of us here, all of those people all around the globe who consistently and regularly do deep work for peace. Let's imagine and recognize and realize that our light joins with all of that consciousness, all of those intentions, all of that light, and calls out light, calls forth light from people on both sides of any conflict. Imagine as your light pours further and further out, is touching more and more people, gathering more and more light, covering more and more area, joining with more and more other lights. And so as we are the peace right here, right now, that we seek to see in the world, we pour that peace out. Pour it out into Israel and Gaza, Ukraine and Russia, Syria and Sudan, Congo, right in our own backyard. places of violence, gun violence, race violence, violence against women and children. Pouring out the light of peace, calling forth the light in each and every situation from all parties. Circumnavigate the globe in your mind's eye, touching countries and continents and places that have a tug on your heart. People and situations where your heart hurts or is broken. Pour that love out, pour that peace out, pour it out through all the cracks of our own hearts, out into and call forth the light. And so we are peace ourselves. We send peace. We see peace. We expect peace. And we take this peace into our week, remembering what Emerson said, it is only the finite that is wrought and suffered. The infinite lies stretched in smiling repose. Let us move in our week deeply grounded in the infinite, sourced from that infinite wellspring of peace, of light, and of the power to call peace and light forth everywhere we go, every situation we see peace. We be peace. And so just breathing it in, we breathe it out, having set an intention, being anchored ourselves in the source, having come together in a deep peace. We know, and it makes a difference. So we draw it back into ourselves. We take a deep breath and allow that to move through our bodies, bringing our awareness to this moment this time, this place, wherever we are, right here, right now. And with the next breath, we come fully present to open our eyes. It feels important to remember that we do our meditations for ourselves, but there are so many ways that we can also do our meditation for the well-being of others and for our planet. The Buddhists have the loving kindness meditation. We can do spiritual mind treatment, and we can do deep and profound imagery, which is moving the energy and the whole systems of the universe, including ourselves, and our ability to see and to work with our own fear or doubt or story or anger about things that we may contribute to the raising of consciousness. It seemed particularly important for us to do that tonight. So this is the beginning of our Sunday night meditations, and we will be doing different types of meditation. I'll be guiding in different types of meditation. We'll be doing breath meditation. We'll be doing guided imagery, having an opportunity to sit quietly and to keep deepening our spiritual practice. Also to allow ourselves to get prepared for a week of, lots of busyness and lots going on. There'll be an opportunity for you to ask questions or make comments about meditation or about about your meditation practice, or about your experience or questions or sharing about the particular meditation. We'll be able to take maybe one or two in an evening as we come to a close. So Bobby's going to let you know how you can ask a question or share. So Bobby, why don't we turn it over to you?
Thanks, Petra. So as per usual, you can just raise your hand and I can invite you into the room, or you can put your question in the chat and I can read it into the room. Your choice.
All right.
Connie has a question.
Hi, Connie. I don't think she's unmuted.
Yeah, she's not unmuted. I just asked her to unmute.
Great.
Okay, I just unmuted. Am I okay now?
You're okay now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Wow, this is fantastic. I'm so glad we're able to do this. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, as you know, and I've probably told it 1,000 times, I do transcendental meditation, TM. And usually we're skipping around on the surface level of the mind. And with TM, what we do is we receive a mantra, which is a Sanskrit mantra, and a Sanskrit word, I mean, and name and form of the Sanskrit word are identical. And we just repeat it, and we take a class and learn how to repeat it. And then all we do is when we notice that we're not thinking the mantra, we comfortably come back to it. But what happens is that the mind will transcend the surface and go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then we come bubbling out on thoughts and then back in. And sometimes we'll go and hit being. It just depends, on how it goes. But it's not something that I can make happen. I can't push myself to being, because that's interrupting the process.
Thanks, Connie. Thanks for sharing that with us. There's lots of different types of meditation, and Connie practices transcendental meditation. So thank you so much for sharing that. All right.
Any other
Comment,
questions, comments?
sharing. We're going to learn how to do this together. This is our first foray into being online with meditation. Please don't hesitate to send me an idea. You can place it in the chat. I'd like more of this. I'd like less of that. I need this kind of help with my meditation practice. Anything that you would like to share would be really helpful to make sure that this time together is really helpful and empowering. The most important thing is to build a regular practice and to come on a Sunday night, if being online together really works for you, to come on a Sunday night and to be in the group meditation. I could feel all of you. I could feel your presence. I could feel the deepening. I could feel the connection, really not that different than how we experience on Wednesday nights when we're together in the meditation hall. And that's the beauty of consciousness, that we are connected in consciousness. There is only that one mind that we're all working in, all living in, all being in. And when we come together in group meditation, right, it helps all of us to sink a little more deeply. So, any questions or just thoughts? I'd love for us to practice a certain type of meditation. I don't understand how to make a better meditation practice myself. These are the things I struggle with. Whatever it is, then go ahead and you can let me know. So I see a chat, but I'm really going to need Bobby for you to read it for us.
Oh, it's just Ryan saying, hey, all, what came up for you? We would love to hear from you. He's just
Hey all,
encouraging people.
what came up for you? We would love to hear from you.
I love that.
And it's funny to see all the fun friends from all over CSL Dallas joining us, and they're left speechless, Petra.
Jill has a question. She's not speechless.
Oh, right. Let's hear.
Hey, hi, Jill.
Hello, it's so good to see everyone. Can y'all hear me okay?
We can.
Awesome. Well, I got the text message this morning saying that this was going to be happening, and I thought, okay, I need to file that away so that I can remember to go. And so I actually just started again a meditation practice. I'm trying to do like 12 minutes every morning before I go into work. And this week has probably been one of the better weeks that I've had in a while. I wonder why. And so yesterday I didn't do my 12 minutes. I decided that since I was going to be working in my studio, that was going to be my meditation for today. And then those of you that are friends on Facebook, you'll be able to see pictures of today's meditation where my friend Lisa and I had an amazing hike.
Lovely.
So that nature meditation. But yeah, I was really glad that I set my reminder so that I could be here tonight. And it's so good to see so many of my friends there in Dallas. And hi, everyone. So that's all I wanted to share. Thanks for letting me.
Yes, I love it that you're with us, Jill. And that's why the group is so great, right? It keeps our regular personal meditation practice a little more engaged and a little more active. And you know how important it is to just keep restarting. Just keep restarting. If your meditation practice has gone by the wayside, just keep restarting. And there are lots of ways to meditate, including TM, including nature. And so we'll be confining ourselves to those kinds of meditations that we can do together here online. All right. Any last minute comments before we close? Anything from the chat that you want to read out?
Christine just shared that I love this time. It's a great way to close the weekend and be grounded before the week begins. Dana Jones shared such gratitude. What a great way to get ready for the new week. Letting go and holding consciousness for peace. And Anne says, so grateful for this meditation, a great way to start a new week. Just gratitude for you leading us in meditation. Marjorie says, for me, my whole life is a meditation. Specific practices can be helpful as a means to an intention of connection, yet the practices of meditation are not necessarily the intention. Any thoughts?
Yeah, completely true, right? If you've ever read the book by Brother Lawrence, I love what he says. Brother Lawrence was a monk in a, gosh, I don't know, I want to say 14th century monastery. And he became known to, he would write to people and he would talk about his practice. And I love the phrase when he said, I could no longer tell the difference between when I was in my cell, in his room, in my cell, doing my prayers and spiritual work, and when I was in the kitchen or the garden doing the work that was assigned to me. There came a point when there was no longer any difference between the two, that spirit was present all the time, right? And so, of course, our meditation practice is designed to move us to that place where we are constantly reminded to come back to center, because that's really what the meditation practice is about. Learning how to be centered, be in our own center, be open to that center. We're a center that is part of the centers that are everywhere, right? The center that's everywhere and that has no circumference of that infinite. And so our meditation practice gives us a leg up to start having that experience, getting a feel for it. So that we can really move in the world from that place. And then when we forget or spin out or it gets a little challenging, right? The practice helps us bring ourselves back to center. So we'll be here every Sunday night, 7:00. As I said, please don't hesitate to share with me anything that you would like to particularly experience, explore, or practice, something that you might be struggling with. Otherwise, we will just have this beautiful time together to share and to get ready for the week. So I just love that we've started, and I'm so grateful to be in this beautiful place with all of you. So blessings on your week. May it be peaceful and joyful.